Hello and welcome dear students. We are here with the MCQ series of the chapter 6, that is life processes, and this is the MCQ from the introduction part of the chapter 6. We tend to neglect the introduction part, but sometimes it can also be important. That is the reason why I brought this MCQ. So let us go for it. How do we know that living things are alive? Okay, you see, by growth over time, by visible movement, by movement of molecule, all of this. Okay, what do you think the answer is? The answer is all of this. Okay, I'll be providing you explanation as we go on. All right, by the growth over time. Okay, obviously living thing, they grow over time. Second is by the visible movement. We know that the living thing, they can move, right? And third is by the molecular movement. This referred to the chemical reaction or the biochemical reaction that is happening inside our body, okay, because of which the molecule, they moves. Okay, now, and third one is all of this. Since all of these holds good with the living thing, the answer is all of this. The process of intake of nutrient material and their assimilation into the cells. Okay, that is, you see the options: ingestion, egestion, digestion and nutrition. What do you think is the answer? The answer is nutrition, because here we are talking about the overall process of intake also and assimilation also, right? And you see, nutrition is the process of taking in food, utilizing the food and releasing the extra materials. Okay, that is the releasing the waste. All right, and here we are talking about everything. That is why the answer is nutrition. Okay, ingestion is the process of taking in food. Egestion is the process of releasing the waste material, and digestion is the process in which the food are digested into smaller particles. All right, now coming to the third question: in most of the single cellular organism, gaseous exchange or waste removal takes place through. Okay, in the single cellular organism, that is the simple living organism, for example bacteria or amoeba, what happens is the gaseous exchange happens through the body itself, the surface, outer surface of their cell itself. Okay, and that is why the answer here is both A and C, because in the most of the single cellular organism, okay, the process of excretion as well as the exchange of gases happen through the surfaces of their body, as they do not have any specialized organs like we have. All right, now coming to the fourth one: autotrophs obtain food material from. Okay, autotrophs means plants. All right, they obtain food material from organic source. Second is inorganic sources. Third is both A and B, and D is neither A nor B. Okay, what do you think is the answer? The answer is inorganic sources. Okay, because the plant, they obtain food from carbon dioxide and water, and both of them are inorganic sources. Okay, question number 5, that is heterotroph organism use biocatalyst called enzyme to break the complex substance into simple substance, utilize complex substance and for upkeep and growth. Okay, these are the jumbled up sentences, students. You need to make the sentences in the sequence, that is, you need to choose the correct sequence out of this. All right, so let us go for it now. Heterotroph organism utilize complex substance and use biocatalyst called enzymes, okay, to break the complex substance into simple substance for upkeep and growth. All right, that means, you see, what does the heterotrophic organism they do? They utilize the complex substance in the form of their food. Okay, and what they do, they cannot digest that complex substance, so they use a biocatalyst known as enzyme. Okay, those enzymes, they break down the complex substances into simple substances, and now they can digest it and they can grow and repair themselves. All right, so what is the option out here? The first is this. Okay, the second is this, and the third is this. That is 2, 1 and 3. Where is the option? number D is the correct option. Last but not the least question, that is identify the correct sequence of step involved in nutrition. Out of all this option, which option do you think is correct? Okay, I'll explain you first and you can tell it by yourself, students. First is the process of taking in food, which is known as ingestion. After we take in food, then what happened? Digestion happens in stomach and small intestine. Okay, after digestion, what happens? The food are broken down into the simple substances. Now those food can be carried by the blood. All right, how they are carried from the blood? They are absorbed by the villi of small intestine. Okay, after the simple substances are absorbed from the villi of small intestine, they are carried away with the help of the blood to different cell in the body, and that process is known as assimilation. Okay, after the assimilation happens, the byproduct in the form of carbon dioxide and water is released from the body. Okay, now I hope you can answer the question, that is ingestion, taking in food; digestion, that is breaking down the food; absorption, that is absorption of simple substance by the villi of a small intestine. Third is assimilation, that is the use of the simple substances by the cell. Okay, and the last is egestion, that is excretion of the waste products. That means answer is option C. Alright, I hope the introduction part from the chapter life processes is clear to you now, and in the next video we will be moving forward with the autotrophic nutrition, and then we will go for heterotrophic nutrition and so on. So stay tuned and focus. Thank you.